I'm not gonna lie. Watching you die on that couch for the last week, I'm kind of amazed you're still alive. The only way that you'll be rid of me, or anyone on this channel will be rid of me for that matter, is if the Astros proceed to have home field advantage through the ALCS again and do the thing for the third straight time. Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about Game 23 of the regular season, where the Astros win 5-1 over the Toronto Bluejays and win the series in doing so, because they won yesterday 7-0. I'm not going to talk all about that game, but I am at least going to briefly touch on it because, my God, Hunter Brown, since I've been gone, has kind of become Justin Verlander Brown. The one that we were hoping and praying for. Like, he simply figured it out in the time that I was gone. By the way, TLDR, kind of got simply knocked out for like 2 weeks due to sickness. Kind of couldn't go 20 seconds without coughing. Kind of couldn't make a video there for about 2 weeks. Sorry about that, but I am back. And while I'm not going to go into a lot about yesterday's game, I really just want to touch on the pitching. T-shirt guy was kind enough to leave me some notes from that game. So if I pull that out. In Game 1, the Astros beat the ever-loving, can't say that word, out of those, can't say that word, out of Toronto. Truly a different side to him is revealed in that. And while the offense was great, it was really spread around. The thing that I mainly want to touch upon, the pitching. Hunter Brown, 7 innings of shutout baseball with 9 strikeouts and 1 walk. He was dazzling in that game. And he is the star. He is the story. He needs to get the praise. I'm not saying that. But also within that, Forrest Whitley, man. A pair of scoreless innings. And I don't know what Forrest Whitley's long-term is going to end up being with the Astros. Maybe he's just a long reliever for a couple of years and then moves around. Maybe he becomes a star here like he was always destined and promised to be. Regardless of it all, I'm just happy for him. I've reached that stage of him as a prospect. I don't know what he's actually going to be, how long he's actually going to kick around here. But seeing him come up and succeed for any length of time just kind of makes me happy. Like, good for him. Even though he is definitely older than I am and is not in need of this at all, I'm proud of him. But that is really the extent of my notes for yesterday. Now we talk about today's game. And today's game comes with the caveat of, hey, you like having Hunter Brown be great? But what if it cost you? Because going into tonight, Ronel Blanco was deeply, deeply, deeply in need of any type of a feel-good game, and he got one. Coming into this game, a over 6 ERA, which is just horrifying to look at for Ronel Blanco, who I had relatively high expectations on. Kind of just swapped places with Hunter Brown, if I'm being honest. But I had really high expectations for him, and he has not looked good this season. Tonight, on the other hand, a solid performance. I would love to say it was this great masterpiece, and some people might say it was. I don't love the 2 walks to 3 strikeouts, and you might say, Weston, I will actually beat you to death if you nitpick like that, and that's fair. That is the objectively correct response. I'm just a nerd who never really learned how to socialize, and so instead I count magic beans all day when it comes to baseball games. Like, I use FIP and expected Wobacon unironically. You should not have respect for me as a human being. And that's fine. I've come to learn my place. Aside from that, he only gave up the 1 run in 6 2/3. He had a very nice night, and I am willing to give him that. It wasn't a dominating masterpiece. There was some contact here and there. But overall, dude, I'm just really happy to see him go deep into a game and not get lit up. It's a nice, soft course correction for Ronel Blanco, and we hope that it continues, and we hope that the strikeouts come back. You get to the bullpen, what is there to say? It's magnificent. The bullpen genuinely has been awe-inspiring for the most part of the season, and perhaps the most awe-inspiring player, Josh Hader, man. He's been dynamite. Following a very rocky up-and-down season, he has been lights out to start the season. A sub-1 ERA, currently sits at .75, which is filthy. Picks up a pair of strikeouts in his clean 9th inning of work, dominating 9th inning, might I say. And before that, as a nice little bit of setup work there, Brandon Brady looked really good. Pair of strikeouts as well for his inning of work. The bullpen has been phenomenal to start the season, and there's been no better story than Josh Hader. Because last season, among everything else, he was just, I don't want to say it, but the word disappointment really is the only word that can describe it. It was an incredibly lackluster season from a person that we all had incredibly high expectations coming into, on account of, among other things, he was the big spend. You spent $20 million per season on this guy over 5 years. And it comes with the prerequisite of there's probably going to be players that walk because of it. And there were. And so seeing him come back this season and really just start to not only be a good pitcher, we didn't need that. We needed the dominant Josh Hader back. And to start the season, he's more than kept up his end of the bargain there. As for the offense, 3 runs in the first inning, things you love to see. Jeremy Pena gets a base hit, sends Altuve home. Christian Walker gets a base hit. First 3-hit night in a while there. I believe it was that he had 3 hits in his previous 8 games combined and then a 3-hit night tonight. I'm not concerned about him. I'm not. But, like, maybe a little bit. The numbers are there. Everything under the surface level, my God, really good player. But we are starting to get deep enough into the season there where it's like, hey, so, really cool thing about those expected numbers. Eventually, they need to not be expected and need to be delivered upon. However, delivered upon, person who's having a very nice little comeback season, Jeremy Pena, man. Looking really, really solid. The offense still is mid, but dude, picks up the base hit RBI, had 3 hits tonight. Mainly, the defense tonight from Pena was spectacular. His defense is coming back. And that's what I've been hoping for with Pena. I can deal with him having a WRC plus around 1 to 120. Like somewhere in that area. 110 would be divine. I'd be over the moon with that. If it comes with that elite defense that we got from Pena that rookie season. And to this point of the season, it looks like it's coming back. So the Astros get blessed with 2 great feel-good wins coming into this series. So the Astros have already won the series against Toronto, but you know what would be better than a feel-good series win against the Toronto Bluejays? A feel-good series sweep. Your first sweep of the season would be, God, just so nice right now to finally get that done and out of the way. And you're going to have an opportunity to do said series sweep tomorrow afternoon, evening, it's evening, 7:40 Eastern, 6:40 Central, and I will be here afterwards to talk about it, but as for right now, that is all I have to say. So, if you all enjoyed the video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Stros.